Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about my first year teaching, about my experiences, some of the good, some of the bad. So let's get into it. All right, so the year is 2008 and it is at the beginning of the Great Recession, and that was when I was hired. I was a 24-year-old and I actually didn't think I was gonna get a job, but when I got a call from the district saying that they were looking for somebody, I jumped at the chance, did the interviews, and I was hired mid-year. So I was hired in October, which means that I took over somebody else's classroom because they had left the classroom, and that was a little weird because I didn't get to start with the students and I didn't get to implement my own rules, but it ended up working out. The biggest issue I had in the classroom was that during student teaching, I'd always been able to leave like around 2 o'clock, which is usually like cutoff time for high school teachers in my area. And so during my first year, I was spending time being there till 3:30, 4 o'clock. And I'm one of those advocates that say, you know, only stay till the time that you're getting paid, because other than that, you're working for free. And so because of that, I really had to learn my first year to implement strategies and different types of ways to make me be able to work more efficiently, so I wasn't there till all hours of the night. I know as a first year teacher, you want to do everything. That's amazing, right? Like you want everything to be perfect, but you also got to think of yourself. And so I know you want to make everything be perfect, but you also don't want to be there till all hours of the night. The second thing in the classroom that was kind of like, I guess a struggle for me was that my pacing was really off. And so I almost didn't finish all of the curriculum my first year. I was teaching US history at that time, but I was able to kind of like nip it in the butt during my last quarter of the year and get through the curriculum. So that would definitely be another thing, is make sure that you're lesson planning and that you are able to get through all of the curriculum. As far as classroom management and, you know, relationships with my students, we did fairly well there. I mean, obviously I was a new teacher, so I'm sure looking back on my classroom management, it was not the best, but it wasn't where I had to send students to the office every day or the students were not receptive to what I was teaching them. So I didn't have any main issues there. The third thing, which I feel was the biggest issue for me during my first year teacher, was the lack of confidants or friends to rely on. My best friend, she's a teacher, but she was like about 3 years in at that time, and she had a lot of things going on. And then also I had a department that was willing to, you know, work with me, lesson plan with me, but they were also going through monumentous things in their lives. They were getting, you know, pregnant, they had some accidents and all that. And so because of that, I almost felt alone a lot of the time my first year teaching. I'm also kind of quirky and awkward and weird at times, and so I just felt like I could not mesh with anybody within my department. And so that really was something I struggled with, not only my first year teaching, but about 3 or 4 years into teaching as well. It wasn't until about that 5th year as a teacher that I found friends at school that I felt I could get along with. And so that's something that I would say to you as a first year teacher, is that yes, like I said before, you want everything to be perfect. You want your lessons to be amazing. You don't want to stay too late, but also at the same time, you're just worried about making sure your students are learning. Make sure you take time for yourself and make sure you worry about your own mental health, because I will tell you, some days I was like, I wish I just had someone to, you know, share my day with and that they understood what I was going through. Yeah, you can tell your friends, your family, but unless they're teachers, they don't really get it sometimes. And so that's something that I have been really like just happy about my last couple of years teaching, is the fact that the people that I associate with myself with at school, they really truly understand who I am as a person, and they make my days go by a lot quicker. Well, there you have it, my experience my first year as a teacher. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.